So now there are few laws which are important, not because they are important or something, but because they are just the basic fundamental laws. That's why they are important. So let's start. First one, the law of conservation of mass. Okay. So the first one being the law of conservation of mass. Okay. So the law of conservation of mass. This states that matter can neither be created nor be destroyed. Very simple, but very fundamental and basic also. That matter can neither be created nor be destroyed, just transferred from one form to another form. Okay, so now moving on to the second law, the law of definite proportion. The law of definite proportion. Now this law states that the given compound always contains exactly the same proportion of elements by weight. Now this means that whether the sample is natural or artificial, is irrespective of the source, the composition of the compound is same. Means that in water, let's suppose we take the example of water. We all know that it is H2O, that 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 of oxygen. This is oxygen, okay, not 0, it's oxygen. We all know that there are 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 of oxygen. Now, then it will be always be same. Now, if you take natural water, pure natural water, or make it in a laboratory, or even make it on moon, the composition is not going to change. It will be always 2 molecules of hydrogen combining with 1 molecule of oxygen to make water. Okay, so this is that law of definite proportion. That the components and their ratio, on like in water we had 2:1, so it will always be 2:1 everywhere, every time. Okay, so now let's move further by the law of multiple proportion. That was law of definite proportion. This is law of multiple proportion. Sorry. Okay, so now law of multiple proportion. Now this law states that elements can combine in form of more than one compounds. 2 elements can combine to form more than one compound like water and hydrogen peroxide. Okay, the 2 same elements but 2 different compounds. So they can combine with masses of one element same, with the fixed mass of one element same and the other in variation. So by water and hydrogen peroxide only, let's take the example. So we get 2H2 plus O2, we get 2H2O, water, and similarly 2H2O, 2H2 plus 2O2, we get 2H2O. Hydrogen peroxide. This is known as hydrogen peroxide, we should know that. Okay. So basically the amount of hydrogen is same, but the amount of oxygen is varying to give 2 different compounds. And the law of multiple proportion states that this variation is in a simple whole number ratio. Like in this case it is 1:2. Okay, so 1:2. This is a simple whole number ratio, and this is only the law of multiple proportion. Okay. So now coming to another law, the Gay-Lussac's law of gaseous volumes. Okay. Okay, the Gay-Lussac's law of gaseous volumes. So this law states that when gases combine or are produced in a chemical reaction, they do so in a simple ratio by volumes, provided that all gases are at same temperature and pressure. Okay, So let's take a simple example of water again only. So 2 liter of hydrogen combining with 1 liter of oxygen. Hydrogen. It's 1 liter of oxygen. Okay, 2 liter of hydrogen combining with 1 liter of oxygen to form 1 liter of steam. You know the water in the gaseous form goes for steam. So after combining they form 1 liter of steam. Okay, so this means that the simple whole number ratio is 2 is to 1. That the ratio of the combination of these two is in a simple whole number ratio, which is done at constant pressure and temperature. So this is Gay-Lussac's law. So now coming to another famous law known as Avogadro's law. The Avogadro's law. Now this law states that equal volumes of gases at same temperature and pressure should contain equal number of molecules. And that number being equal to Avogadro's number. So this means that equal volume of gases, let's say X liters at Y dBc and Z atm pressure, the atm for atmospheric pressure. Okay, any gas at this, okay, same temperature, same volume, same temperature, same pressure, this will be equal for any gas. Okay, so now if that is, the volume is 22.4 liters and the temperature I guess was 0. Yeah, basically temperature variation won't change much, but we take that. Okay, so the law states that the temperature and pressure should be constant, but at our level, if the gas is at 22.4 liter and same temperature pressure, the volume, the number of molecules will be equal to Avogadro's number, that is equal to 6.0228, I guess 10 to the power of 23. So that was the bookish language, obviously a bit difficult to understand. So in non-bookish language, this law simply means that when pressure and temperature is same, the same value of different gases when taken will have the same number of molecules. Not equal to 22, not equal to this number, but will have same. Okay, so remember, but you need to remember that molecule and atom, they are different. Gases will have same number of molecules, but not same number of atoms. Like N2, nitrogen. Let's take oxygen, O2. They will have the same number of molecules. But when we take O3, O3 will have 3 atoms in one molecule, and oxygen is having 2 atoms in one molecule. So this means that the number of atoms can change, but the number of molecules will remain constant. That means same temperature, same pressure, same volume goes for same number of molecules. And basically that's it.